Hello, everyone, and welcome to this pick a card reading. I hope you're doing so well. So, today's reading, we're going to be looking into the full moon in Libra. So, this is occurring on the 2nd of April in Australia. I've been feeling this moon energy really strong. So, I want to do like a whole pick a card looking into it. I've been feeling like this moon is going to bring a lot of blessings into our life, which feels like such a positive energy to be tuning into. And these blessings could be quite unexpected or, I don't know, surprising. Something like this. I'm feeling like hidden surprises or blessings with this moon. So that's the topic of this reading. There are two groups to choose from. Group number one is Full Moon in Libra, Find a Balance. And this is the Full Moon in Libra card from my Moonology Manifestation deck. And then group number two is my other Moonology deck and the other full moon in Libra card, which says a win-win outcome is forecast. So you can choose whichever card you feel most drawn to. There might be messages for you in both groups. Yeah, you can pause if you need a little bit more time to tune in. I'll list the timestamps down below, and then I'll see you for your reading. Hello, everyone, and welcome to your reading. So, Find a Balance is the card that you've chosen, full moon in Libra. So, I feel like this full moon is going to bring a blessing of balance into your life. And balance will definitely be a blessing, especially when something has been out of balance and then it comes back into balance, how much better you feel. So, let's get a little bit more information, Spirit. Tuning into group one, what would you like them to know about this full moon in Libra? Blessings. Ooh. Last quarter moon in Leo, lighten up. So it's a balance that will help you to lighten up. It's a balance that's going to help you to feel more playful, to feel more alive, to feel more pleasure, to feel more enjoyment from life, to feel more like if you feel like happiness, just like pure happiness. This is kind of the energy as well of like a party or like whatever you like to do that kind of brings you that sense of real relaxation, and also restoration, like rejuvenation. Okay, let's see what else. Some of you guys I'm seeing are socializing though, for some reason with that Leo energy. I feel like some of you actually might be coming into balance in this full moon through social gatherings of some kind or through putting yourself out there more socially, making a new friend or seeing loved ones of some kind. Some of you might be dating as well and seeing like a more playful or romantic side of life with this full moon as well. Okay. We have leave the past behind, and we have step up and lead, new moon in Capricorn and last quarter moon in Capricorn. Interesting. Capricorn energy. So you're leaving the past behind, which is what is allowing you to lighten up in some way. You're letting go of something from the past and it's not having a hold of you anymore. Okay. It's allowing you emotionally in particular to lighten up. The Leo energy is very traditionally connected into the inner child as well. So I feel like this full moon is some kind of a healing for your inner child, where your inner child is going to be shining, your inner child is going to be glowing, your inner child is going to be loving life, feeling ecstatic. Let's get you one last card. Yeah, we have Virgo, take inspired action. Back of the deck, we have detoxify as well, full moon in Taurus. This full moon is really blessing you, okay? I just have to sit with the cards for a second because the messages feel varied. This feels like there's a lot going on for you this full moon. It feels like you might feel that that's happening. Like there's a lot going on or you're really busy at this time. Feels like a busyness, but a fullness of life kind of energy in a nice way. This full moon is helping you find a balance because it's helping you to let go of something from the past and lighten up as well. It's like seeing something from a different perspective or releasing dense emotions that's actually carried in the cells so that you can lighten up naturally, not from a false positive kind of place, but from a genuine place where it's like, if you've noticed in your own path, like after you have a deep emotional release, you often do naturally lighten up and feel quite good afterwards. It's giving me that kind of energy. So this full moon, you might have some kind of an emotional release. It might need to come out of you like emotionally with that detoxify card on the back of the deck there. That can talk about emotions, detoxing it from emotions as well. Equally, it could talk about if you are doing some other kind of a detox, Spirit saying that this is really helping you. Like if you're trying to detox from, I don't know, parasites or heavy metals or something, that could be a really, I don't know, good thing that you're doing at this time, Spirit saying. But I'm seeing especially about some kind of like an emotional detox, aka like a purge. Like it feels like a purge. You want to maybe have to release some emotions, but afterwards you're going to feel like you've left something from the past in the past. It's going to feel as well like things click into place really quickly after this sort of emotional release. You're going to feel like, wow, things really click into place. You might be having a really important conversation this full moon with somebody, like a really healing conversation where someone offers a lot of compassion and patience for you. Because without a doubt, there's going to be some kind of an emotional shift, emotional purge that takes place for you this full moon, but it's going to feel extremely healing. It's going to feel extremely like detoxifying, like you clear some kind of a poison out of your body. Because sometimes you guys, when we're carrying emotional suffering from the past or emotional traumas, it can really like even cause illness and things like that in the body if it's left, unprocessed and unreleased. So this feels like a miracle. And like it really is a blessing when we have the opportunity in our life to actually clear this, to actually release this. And it might be happening because something in your life is changing. Like I'm seeing something like you might shift your job or something, like something changes in your environment and that releases some emotion. For some of you, really specifically, it could be about imposter syndrome in particular this full moon. You're realizing that you don't need to have imposter syndrome anymore, that there's no reason to feel like that you're not good enough or that, something like this, like, imposter syndrome, like Google it if you don't know about it. But it's sort of a classical psychological sort of experience that a lot of humans can have. And it often happens when we move up a level in life and we feel like, oh, am I really good enough for this level? Am I actually, able to do this or keep up with this? Or am I as good as the other people at this level? It can make you feel like an imposter. So it feels like something in your life is moving up a level and it's creating an emotional release, actually. It's creating an emotional release where you kind of have to confront some kind of an emotion and release it. Like I said, it's sort of the example of someone going to a new job. Maybe they get promoted and they're moving into a new job and everything's new. And then they have like a little bit of an emotional breakdown and they have to release all these tears because they're like, oh my God, am I actually good enough for this? This is so overwhelming. Everyone's relying upon me. What if I mess it up? That kind of feeling. Okay. It's like this brief little wobble, but it's so that you can step into a greater purpose, a greater sense of your destiny. Like you stretch, you feel stretched. I feel like this is you being stretched into something. Okay. You actually might really resonate with my destiny light language activation because it's all about literally being like stretched into our destiny. Like there are times in our life where we will feel like we're stretched. Other times we'll feel like more effortless and it's whatever. But other times it's like we might have to take action before we feel like we're ready, or opportunities might be given to us before we were like ready for this. And we might kind of have to stretch. And in those times it's because we actually are ready for this. Okay. The universe did not make a mistake, spirit didn't make a mistake, the person who hired you didn't make a mistake or like whatever. Like your success is not a mistake, okay? It's happened for a reason because you deserve it. But it's almost like your mind is catching up with this, or your perception of yourself is catching up with this because yeah, step up and lead. Capricorn energy is like this is your time to shine. This is your time to overcome any kind of imposter syndrome and realize that you 100% deserve your success, or you 100% deserve your position in life, whatever it is for you, your happiness, your abundance, whatever it might look like for you. You 100% deserve that. So yeah, I feel like this Libra full moon is also helping you to receive goodness. It's helping you to learn how to receive the goodness instead of to reject it, because imposter syndrome is like kind of a form of feeling like, how do I receive something that is so good? It's like, how do I receive something that is such a blessing? And sometimes, especially when we have trauma history, guys, it can actually be really hard sometimes to receive good things. I know that might sound crazy, but it really can actually occur. And imposter syndrome can be a form of that, where it's like shame. Imposter syndrome at the root and core of it is like, I am not good enough. And I am not good enough equals shame. Okay. Shame is the emotion, because I'm not good enough is not an emotion. It's like, what's the emotion? It's shame. Some of you are feeling some kind of romance in the air for you, and you may feel like you're able to finally take inspired action to put yourself out there to date or say yes to a date or something like this. I'm feeling like a romantic energy here, and spirit saying to definitely like step up and lead, as in like let yourself sort of love and be loved. I feel like there's something here where it's like detoxify from that imposter syndrome that says like, oh, I'm not good enough to be dating right now, or whatever it might be. It's like you are 100%, already enough. I feel like that's what this Libra full moon is saying. And it's really helping you to find a balance, to come into balance with anything that maybe has made you feel like, yeah, you're not good enough. Like, especially from the past, with that leave the past behind. It's like spirit saying, this imposter syndrome stuff, it feels like it comes from the past in some way, and you're letting that go. You're leaving that behind because it's not true and it's not a reflection of your worth or your value. That's the thing. Like, you really deserve this with that Capricorn step up and lead. You totally deserve this. Like, I feel like that's what's part of this lightening up energy is that I feel like spirit wants you to be more like a kid at Christmas who's opening presents and is like, oh my God, and kind of like screaming so much excitement and positivity. It's like that's sort of what spirit wants you to feel when you have nice things happen. Okay. So, wow, this is actually a really profound reading now that I've like sat with it for long enough to really get the message, you guys. Is that it feels like a really profound blessing that you're receiving, right? It's like you're learning to receive good things, not to feel like you're an imposter when good things happen, not to feel like you're not worthy of it or something like that, which, like I said, comes from trauma history. And it's truly amazing that you've done so much work to be able to heal this because it can be one of the deepest things to heal from in our like trauma recovery. In my own experience, is shame. Like, it's one of the deepest things to heal from is that imposter syndrome when good things happen or when you get promoted or whatever it might be. It's really, really interesting. And imposter syndrome can come in all different shapes and sizes, you guys. Like I said, it could come even in the form of dating. Like, you don't want to put yourself out there for dating because you feel like, oh, I'm not, I'm not ready yet. I'm not good enough yet. And it's like, why aren't you? You exist just like everyone else kind of thing. That's the thing. I feel like there's a perspective shift. I feel like that's part of what this blessing is that it comes from inside of you where you have this shift where you realize that it's now. I really feel like, you might want to check out that destiny activation, you guys, because it feels like with that take inspired action and step up and lead, it feels like you might be stepping up even if you don't feel ready, or even if there is that imposter syndrome, spirit sort of saying to you, fake it till you make it, because you're going to feel good. The more you embody this newfound energy, this destined energy, the more you'll just like, it will become natural to you and second nature to you. So it's like, it's only a little bit of time when that imposter syndrome comes up. All you have to do is treat it as an opportunity to heal and recognize, okay, I'm at a new level. That's all this means. And this is an amazing thing because I am progressing in life. So I feel like, there's something here. It was like, you're at a new level. That's what this full moon is going to illuminate. Full moons illuminate things in our life, because they're the lightest point in the sky, right? It feels like you're going to have illuminated to you where you are, just how incredible like something that you've achieved is. And you're going to lighten up and realize it and be like, wait, I can actually receive this. Like, I'm seeing a celebration. I kept seeing like a party or a festival. Some of you might actually be going to something like this around this full moon, or you might want to consider maybe having a little gathering or something to celebrate something. I feel like that could really help you get into a different sort of state of being, because I'm seeing the energy of celebration and like festivities. But it doesn't have to be that. It could just be that sort of like even the angels celebrating you for something that you've achieved. But there's something here about, it could just be spirit saying, what do you need to do to kind of like get into that energy of lightening up, that energy of that Friday night kind of feeling. I feel like, it's a Friday night kind of feeling. That's the feeling. It's like this Venusian energy, Venus rules the day of Friday. Okay. So I feel like it's this Venusian like pleasure focus, like, let's celebrate, let's enjoy life. Let's like forget about any cares and responsibilities and actually receive what's right here. So I feel like that's actually going to be this key for you. This full moon is like the key to receiving your blessings, is to get into that receptive mode through partying, or through not partying like, I don't mean like in a toxic way, you guys, because I don't even drink alcohol or anything like that. But I just mean like getting into that festivities kind of energy. Maybe you might be going to like a music festival, because I'm kind of seeing that, that energy when you like walk into a live music gig and you have that electricity, like you feel all your cells are alive. Like, it's that kind of energy. All right, you guys, that's all we really have time for. If you do want some extra energetic help, I'll link that Destiny Light Language activation down below. And if you already have it, definitely listen to it on this full moon. I feel like it would really help you with what this full moon is helping you to stretch into your destiny, your full embodiment, realize that you totally deserve it right here and right now. All right, you guys, I'm sending you so much love and light, and happy full moon. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. So you chose a win-win outcome is forecast. And I feel like this energy of this full moon for you is really dreamy, really soft, really gentle, like a really loving, nourishing, nurturing kind of energy. Yeah, like really wholesome kind of energy. So I feel like that's how your blessing is going to feel. Like, I feel like you're going to feel really nourished by the world, or really nourished. Let's find some more information, Spirit. Group 2's blessing this full moon in Libra. Thank you. Yes, that's that dreamy energy I was picking up on Pisces, okay? Full moon in Pisces, balance, spirituality, and practicality. So it's a blessing that's going to balance both sides of spirituality and practicality. But I feel like it's really dreamy. Like this energy for you, really embrace the dreaminess. Don't try to like, I feel like this is such a funny message, but I feel some message about like, don't try to come back down to earth this full moon. Like, give yourself permission to like live really in the astral or in a really dreamy kind of way. Because I feel like that's going to really access like a lot of spiritual codes for you and it's really going to help you spiritually ascend. Yeah, spirit saying something like you don't have to feel like, oh, I have to come back down to the real world. It's like something like let yourself just drift away with this full moon because you're going to come back almost renewed, like a new person, really nourished. This is so interesting, you guys. Let's find some more information about this. Yeah, because spirit's saying like sometimes when you feel it's almost like giving me the energy of astral projection or astral traveling. Like when people astral travel, they talk about like leaving their bodies and they actually like look down and see their own body down beneath them. And sometimes that can freak people out. And then they like try to get back into the body, like, oh my God, you know, the spirit's saying there's something about like adventure forwards in this energy. Like, don't feel like, oh my God, I have to go back to my, my body. I know this sounds super outrageous, you guys, and I really would not recommend this unless it was the direct message that I was getting from spirit. So I just trust what I'm receiving because it's obviously not generalized advice. Obviously, most of the time we want to stay really grounded in our spiritual travelings and things like this. We don't want to like do anything that makes us feel like totally out of control or anything like that. But this feels like more like spirit saying, push yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone with this and let yourself really like transcend something because I feel like you're going to feel this dreamy energy where you almost feel like you're drifting off. Maybe it's like let yourself sleep all day or something like that. Like don't have any rules this full moon. Don't give yourself a rule where you're like, I can't do this. Like that's not allowed. Spirit's like, let it be allowed for a day. Like let yourself kind of I don't know, sleep all day or be really like, yeah, let yourself really adventure forwards. Like it's sort of giving me that energy, like I said, astral travel, astral projection, where you like leave the body, look back down at the body, and then it's like, where do you go from there? Do you go back into the body or do you go adventure the multiverses? Okay. We have confidence is your key to success. That's what I was feeling. Spirit saying like be confident with your spirituality this full moon. You have faith in your dreams. There you go. Again, another dream energy, you guys. Another dream like energy that's coming through. I almost was like feeling the need to as well like close my eyes as I was tuning in with your reading. So you might feel the energy, like I said, to do a lot of like closed eye meditation or drifting, um, like visualization, that kind of thing. I feel like you might even be like levitating this full moon. Some of you guys maybe going to access some kind of spiritual powers or spiritual potential. Like, I'm not even kidding. This is something like where you have deep reservoirs of spiritual power and spiritual potential, but there's like almost a fear factor where there's not a confidence because it's been so like bred out of the human consciousness and like the human DNA lineage has been so sort of disrupted over time. There's something like, yeah, there's like this magic in your DNA that is actually here to reawaken. But every time it's very challenging because this level of magic can bring a lot of fear because it's very, very high level, very powerful. That's why Spirit is saying to start to adventure because the power that you have within you is phenomenal. The power that you have within you is like you could levitate, you could do these really incredible things like telekinesis stuff. Like this is very much tied to the human blueprint, you guys. It's actually part of who humans really are at the core level. That's why this stuff lives within each and every one of us. So feels like something like you're connecting into those kind of frequencies at this full moon, or spirit saying you're getting further than you've ever gotten before with your spirituality. You're doing it through, like I said, there's an adventurous spirit here. Let's get you one more card. Yeah, take time to breathe out. Rest this full moon as well. That's what I'm feeling as well. Back of the deck, we have a new romantic cycle begins. Yeah, I feel like spirit wants you to rest. Oh yeah, look at that. That's new moon in Libra and full moon in Libra. That's nice. But I feel like spirit's saying rest this full moon or sleep. It feels like a specific message around sleep actually because of all the dream like energy. It's not so much rest like, you know, sometimes we rest through like watching TV or something. I'm not saying like that. I'm talking more like rest as in sleep, like eyes shut kind of rest where you're not taking in any stimuli. Because this full moon actually is a huge activation spiritually for you, like in your psychic abilities and your psychic gifts. This is actually really profound, you guys. This is kind of blowing my mind right now. This is wow. Like you are, okay, wow. This is the blessing that you're getting is a psychic activation this full moon. Okay. This is your blessing is a psychic activation this full moon. This is really, really powerful. Something is coming full circle, a full cycle. See, we have full moon in Libra and we have new moon in Libra. Okay. those two together coming out, it feels like something is coming full circle. Okay. Something's coming full circle. You're having something return to you. This could be a gift from a past life or that you have at an innate soul level that you maybe weren't having access to before. So it feels like it's coming back to you. It's returning to you because I'm getting the energy of some kind of a return. It's almost like a planetary return. There's something like where things are coming back to you. It's really interesting. You're going to have a real activation this full moon. Definitely, I would recommend, like I said, sleeping or doing shut-eyes meditation or visualization or just sort of, I don't know, I almost feel like just drifting, like just letting your mind wander, but just letting that emptiness, like opening the mind up to let it kind of empty things out. Because even that is a form of, I find it very nourishing actually, because we take in so much stimulation in the modern world. And sometimes meditation is impossible if there's too much monkey mind. So it can be equally as nourishing for our brain, even as well, to just sit in silence and let things kind of just like blur, just let it be and let it all kind of like monkey mind out of you. And then you feel really refreshed, really good afterwards. So that's the key to this full moon because, yeah, you're getting a psychic activation, you guys. This is going to be profound. You're going to be getting to new levels with your psychic abilities as well. A lot of you might be having prophetic dreams or having a lot. I'm feeling a lot visually. I'm feeling it coming to you visually. I'm feeling like you're going to have an activation with your clairvoyance. It's going to come through your dreams or through your ability to kind of access, the visual states just through your conscious mind. Yeah, this is really profound. You might be getting images. You might be seeing visions about your own life or even about other people's lives as well. I feel like some of you also need to know that it's okay to prioritize rest or rejuvenation this full moon. Sometimes full moons feel really energizing, and we feel like, oh my God, I just want to like get out there and do a million things. But sometimes full moons can actually be activating so much within us that we might feel the need to rest, and to kind of go inwards. And I feel like for you, this full moon, you might feel the need to go inwards more. You might feel the need to kind of be a bit of a hermit and yeah, like really prioritize your own inner world and your own inner states and even solitude in particular, like really actually having your own space in solitude somehow as much as possible. I feel like that's going to really help reset your energy levels and like even give you almost like a nervous system reset or something. Feels like there's something to do with your psychic abilities that are connected to your destiny on earth at this time. So this full moon feels like it's connecting both with your destiny and your psychic abilities, but it feels like I said, your psychic abilities, you need them for the next part of your journey. That's what I'm seeing with have faith in your dreams. Is like spirit saying have faith because you will be provided with the things, the tools that you need on your path. Have confidence as well. That's the other thing that's coming through this psychic activation. You are really psychically gifted. Whoever has chosen this group, I really feel that for you. This full moon is going to help activate at a deeper level. And some of you as well, you're ready for a new gift in particular is what I'm seeing. No, this is for everyone. I'm seeing you're ready for a new gift in particular, something that you haven't worked with, or a new angle of working with an existing gift that's going to make it feel like it's a new gift. It could be an existing gift, but you've never worked with it in this way, or you've never opened up to it in this way. It feels really different. It feels really like you're like, wow, this is different. I haven't worked with it like this before. For some of you, I'm getting that you might be doing mediumship. Some of you, this is light language. For others of you, this is just channeling of any kind. But this is some kind of psychic abilities that I feel like spirit's like you're going to feel like this is either new to you completely and you've never really had this gift before and you're like, wow, this is really cool. Or you do have this gift already, but you're going to have a different way of experiencing it, or it's going to be a new way of experiencing it. So yeah, spirit's saying take time to breathe out, like be confident in your need to rest. Sometimes I feel like we can be really hesitant to let ourselves rest, because we can kind of feel like maybe I should be doing 100 things. But I feel like spirit's saying it actually will be more productive for you to rest. And I mean, the full moon really is only a couple of days, you guys. It really doesn't last for that long. So at the time that you're seeing this video, you might be feeling like, I really need to recharge. I really need some energy here. Like, I really need to like recharge. So I feel like spirit is saying kind of like you need to give that to yourself. You need to like put yourself forwards. Put yourself forwards. Interesting. Put yourself first. Maybe you do need to put yourself forwards for something. But I'm saying you need to put yourself first, in particular this Libra full moon, to allow yourself some time to rest, to decompress, and to reset. Because yeah, you're having this huge psychic activation. A lot of you, this is going to change your destiny because your psychic gifts are a part of your destiny, how you're meant to share with the world. Your psychic activation is like you're meant to share these psychic gifts with the world. It might be part of your career or how you're meant to weave this energy in through your career in some way. You guys actually might want to check out my psychic activation light language tape.
It's a beautiful tape for when you're working with your own psychic abilities, with activating them, and then also working to ground them once they have come online. So yeah, I'll link it down below and you can read about it. But yeah, due to this psychic activation you're going through, I really would recommend that you take some time out for yourself. Like you really probably need to be a hermit this full moon. I would say, yeah, you're really going to want to probably have solitude even. Like, I feel like you might even need complete solitude. You might really feel like you need to like close the door to the world and just really like be in your own energy. And this is because you're going through a very sacred time. Like I said, this feels like a very sacred activation of your psychic abilities. So don't underestimate it as well. Spirit's almost saying with the confidence card is like right next to that breathe out card is again like have the confidence to say, hey, I need to rest. Have the confidence to say, hey, I need to do less. I need to do less. You know, I almost feel like some of you might need to take some things off of your to do list and really honor that for yourself and really give yourself this time because you know what? It won't be forever. You will bounce back. You will bounce out of it. Like there's a resilience here. It's like you're going to bounce back. It's okay. You know, sometimes you just need to let yourself have that time of rest so that you can bounce back quicker. Because if we avoid it and we try to push beyond it, then sometimes it can drag out that time of, you know, feeling like we are in burnout for even longer. So, yeah, don't be afraid to stand your ground because it's coming from a really wise and intuitive place. And like I said as well, this psychic activation is no joke. Just because we can't really see it from the mundane world, from our sort of physical eyesight, although sometimes you can. I feel like really if you could see this is what spirit wants to like leave you with. It's like if you could really see like psychically, spiritually, like every single thing that was going on with this psychic activation, you would 100% like clear your books. You would be like, I'm not doing anything. I've got to receive all of these downloads. Wow, I've got so much coming in. I've got so much light. There's so much activation. I could just sit here for hours just watching it. Okay. That's what's really going on in the astral. And that's what spirit's sort of like wanting to bring your awareness to because so much in the time we can disregard these things and we can be like, oh, I don't need to rest or I don't need to receive this. What are you talking about? And it's like, actually, if we could really see like what was really going on, I feel like we would react and respond to these things. We would sort of create more of a ceremony, more of a meeting place for it in our life because we would realize how sacred it is. We would not be afraid to take up space and rest, you know? And seeing as you are psychic, you could even tune in yourself, you know, clairvoyantly through your third eye and ask to see like what these downloads look like for you and ask to really be witness to it and see how big it is and really ask maybe how you need to show up to meet it. Maybe you need to create an altar in your room or like I said, not have any social activities and just be by yourself for a while because this is a big deal energy and spirit's saying to like really meet it and receive it like it is sacred because it is. Really interesting messages, you guys. That's what wanted to come through for you this full moon. I really am sending you so much love and light. Like I said, check out that psychic activation. It will really help you with your psychic abilities to activate them, but also to help ground them and help you learn how to use them for the highest good of all. All right. I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Take care.